happening, family? It's Nick Wright here on Nick Wright Bodybuilding. We're rocking the Brady Broseph shirt today. I love it. Thank you to Omar Isuf. We got our lap dog here alongside me. And I apologize for the quality of this video. It is on the stock webcam. I'll have more quality videos coming soon. Back to the rebuild series. But I wanted to take a minute to tackle three major flaws, three major fallacies and wrong ideas that get thrown around the fitness industry left and right. Number one is cardio while on a bulk. There's so many questions. Can I do cardio on a bulk? Should I do cardio on a bulk? Nick, why do you do cardio while bulking? Isn't it bad to do cardio while bulking? Won't doing cardio while trying to gain muscle hurt your gains? And the answer is not at all. In fact, cardio is beneficial to your bulk. I recommend doing cardio on a bulk because cardio doesn't play as big of a role in your body composition as so many people like to believe it does. A lot of people think that cardio is the end-all be-all make or break of whether or not you're shredded or whether or not you're big and bulky. But it's really not. That's diet. It's proven that you will get shredded simply by going on a caloric deficit. Now, some people will argue, well, Nick, some people have the body type where they need cardio. Some people need cardio, some people don't need cardio. Well, no. Some people, based on their body type, may need more or less of a deficit. But nobody by default needs cardio to get ripped. It's just a fact. However, cardio does help. Cardio increases TDEE. Basically, it increases that caloric deficit. When you do cardio, you burn more calories. That leaves a bigger gap of calories. Therefore, you can eat a little bit more throughout the day. So it is helping in that sense, but that's not going to make or break you. So what this means when you do cardio in the off season is you simply are able to eat more calories now and not get as fat as you normally would. So it's a good thing. All it's going to do is help you take in a lot of food during your bulk and not get fat. On top of that, cardio also helps build up your cardiovascular stamina, which plays a big role in helping your weight training. You'll notice that the more cardio you do over time, you'll eventually start feeling a lot more strength in the gym when you're hitting the weights. You'll feel more stamina during your sets. You'll be able to push more weight even. It's a beneficial assistance to your regimen, bulking or cutting. And in fact, I'm opposite of what most people think. I never do cardio while cutting for a show, ever, because my calories are so low as it is. So I actually try to maintain as much energy as I can, and I rarely do cardio. In the off season, however, I'm doing crazy amounts of cardio simply because I want to be able to take in as many calories as possible. I want to be able to enjoy my calorie intake and not have it all go straight to fat. Second is meal timing and metabolism and how it doesn't affect your metabolism. Meal frequency. A lot of people think that if you eat more times per day, it's going to boost your metabolism into a super burn mode. But that's simply not true. Whether you eat once a day or you eat 10 times a day, your metabolism is programmed to only burn however many calories it's taking in. It's simple as that. It's a system of efficiency. You can't trick it. You can't fool it at all. If you take in 3,000 calories a day, it's going to burn 3,000 calories worth, whether it's in one meal or 10 meals. It's as simple as that. So at the end of the day, it comes down to, again, a calorie deficit or a calorie surplus. The only time your metabolism will take a major effect to diet change, and keep in mind, metabolism doesn't change unless the diet has been changed for 2 to 3 weeks. It takes 2 to 3 weeks for metabolism to even notice a difference and adjust. But the only time meals really will have an effect is if you're taking in significantly less amount of calories daily. So if you get locked into a third world prison and you're having a piece of bread every day, clearly your metabolism is going to slow way, way, way down to preserve energy, of course. That's the one factor where it does come into play. A bunch of features actually come into play when that happens. In fact, your body is very, very resourceful. Like for example, if you had only one piece of bread a day for your meal, your body would then become much more reliant on its own endogenous glycogen that it produces through the liver. So you wouldn't be so reliant on external carbohydrate sources to supply your glycogen. Your body would start relying on your endogenous glycogen. Now, people like me who are taking in tons of carbohydrates a day, my body's grown pretty reliant to external sources of carbs for glycogen, of course. So I'd be hurting, but it would adjust. And that's the thing you just have to remember. Our bodies are not China dolls. Around the 80s and the 90s, a bunch of these gimmicky South Beach diets and supplement companies started blowing up. They started spreading a bunch of BS through the media. It's now called bro science. And it basically just screwed up our judgment altogether. It made us seem like complete China dolls. And it's just not the case. Our bodies are resilient. And the third and final thing that brings me to is protein intake. There is no limit. There is a limit if you start getting into huge numbers, like in the thousands. But there's no limit to a realistic protein intake per sitting. Okay, you can take in 200 grams of protein if you want in one meal, and your body will metabolize it and absorb it. It'll just take that much longer to do so. And you have to think about it like this. Look at it logically. It's been proven, obviously, scientifically shown. It's been scientifically shown how your body metabolizes protein, so it's been proven right on paper. But even just looking at it logically, a zombie apocalypse happens, right? And we have to fend for ourselves all over again. If we hunt down a deer with a spear, right, we're screwed if our bodies can only take in 30 to 50 grams of protein per sitting. That means we have to sit there and literally chop up that deer and eat like a leg of it. And then we have to stop. Oh, hold up. We can't eat this entire deer. I haven't eaten in 3 days, but I can't eat this entire deer here because my body won't take it in. It'll all go to waste. That's absurd. No, that's not the case at all. Look at nature. Look at us in the wild. Look at how our bodies are designed to function in the wild. It just makes no sense. We can take in an obscene amount of protein per sitting. And that also goes into play, that same example, with your metabolism. If your metabolism really did get so dramatically fired up just by eating more meals throughout the day, say you went to 8 meals a day, your metabolism must be crazy burning, right? What the heck happens if, for whatever reason, say you get sick, I don't know, locked in prison, a zombie apocalypse happened, for whatever reason, say you have to go like 24 hours without eating, or even 8 hours without eating. By definition, what you're telling me is based on how much your metabolism should be cranking now and how sensitive it is based on how many meals you get in, the second you have to go on a fast, you technically should be going severely like hypercatabolic and basically croaking. You should be passed out croaked. The biggest issue is people oftentimes mistake hunger for metabolism. They'll say, well, I notice it when I eat 6 meals a day, I feel hungry on the hour every hour. When I eat, twice a day, I don't feel that hungry. Well, that's hunger. That's not your metabolism. They're not the same thing. So hopefully this cleared up a little bit of that. If you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I can cover more of this if you want. But I know we've discussed a lot of it. Just wanted to drop those 3 basic cliff notes. Protein consumption, no limit. Meal frequency, doesn't make a difference. It's all about calorie intake. And cardio during a bulk is beneficial and safe. It is 11 a.m. Monday, February 11th. We're about to eat breakfast. Meal number 1. Yes, I just woke up, haven't even hit the shower yet. But I'm excited because I'm going to bring the camera around with you raw all day. I don't have my cameraman today. And show you guys the brand new meal plan I just got sent to me from my contest prep coach, my nutritionist, Kyle Hunt. He does a lot of your diets too. Basically, I've been tracking macros myself for the last year. Kyle Hunt will give me the macros. He'll tell me how much grams of protein, fat, and carbs I need, what my total calories need to be, and then he just leaves me to eat whatever I want and make sure those foods that I eat fit into those macro numbers. So I hit my calorie intake, but I decide what I want to eat. That's called tracking macros.